Sorry, I was watching Hogan's Heroes. Oh, drinking wine. So yeah, there's that. So I finished off a ouch bottle of Stella Rosa Black Cherry. It was quite delicious. I won't deny it. And now I'm working on Glückswein, a winter season, one that I found on clearance at World Market and that kind of thing. So anyway, I admit to having been drinking already. Should come to expect that from me. Uh, I don't know if anyone can hear me. I'm using a head. Oh, heard that. Uh, I can see that I'm talking because that's what wolves do. We talk when we're drunk and stuff. Let me open my. No, channel. Ah, damn it. I haven't been drinking that much, honestly. I mean, come on. I shouldn't be fucking up this badly. Yet. I keep thinking when. Oh, there we go. Okay, I can hear myself. Ah, good. So I have audio going for the stream. Lovely. Okay. So, where was I? Right. Sharing. That kind of thing. Sharing is caring. Sharing. That kind of thing. Sharing is caring. Why is the picture used on my Twitch TV thing for Twitter still using my old damn picture? If anyone knows how to change that, could you please, for the love of God, let me know? If anyone knows how to change that, could you please, for the love of God, let me know? Or just, for the love of me, because, yeah, never mind. I won't go there. Open. Okay. And one more share because sharing is caring. Is it not a awful ones on gaming or tech? Because I don't know. I'll just put it on general too because that's where it's been going. Okay. Don't want to share it to Facebook. Which Facebook accounts am I good to? La da 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 da. Nope, not gonna put it on Facebook. There's the only Facebook that came up was mine under the real name, not supposed to my name. Okay. And since there wasn't a single damn vote except the one I did accidentally on what I was going to stream tonight, I'm just going to, do the book reading. Yeah, lessons. Don't know how far I'm going to get into it, but maybe since I'm using my headset, I won't have to worry about echo as much. Maybe since I'm using my headset, I won't have to worry about echo as much. So let me go over here. Eventually, maybe if I think about it, I'm going to try to do an animated version of this. I mean, it's, not beyond my skill was considering. And as I made sure to say multiple times in Twitter, I've been drinking. So, yeah, Twitter, drinking. Okay. Not that, anyone ever listens or hears or does anything about my streams. So. Let's see. Kind of wonder if I could stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but I'm not going to try because I'm good at just uploading my VODs to YouTube and going at that. I have tinkered with the bot a little, so why don't I have my coffee link up here? Oh, that one. Where's my coffee? Why is my coffee not visible? There it is. Okay, and sound alerts, coffee. Honestly, if anyone has anything they want me to try to read, go to my coffee and send me a message. Give me a line, drop it. If you want to, you can throw it on Twitter for me and I'll find it there. Anyway, tonight's Cubs. We are starting on chapter 17. And I am drinking. Oh, good wine. I am drinking from my coffee mug, which is like a 16-ounce mug, which was about half the bottle. Okay. You even hit my coffee link? Because it's but in my under my volume bar when it's on the stream. Let me see if can I fix you? Move you up a little. I'll leave it there. Just go over there. No, don't want to shrink it. Screw it. Leave it over in this corner. Link's down in the details anyway, so. Because if you look under the About Kenshin Jalgri and my 17 followers, because just kind of chilling and helping things out. I've got my Facebook link, I've got my Twitter link, I've got where I post my old videos over on YouTube. Coffee is what I have listed as the booze fund. And I do have a throne list. It's mostly stuff I literally just transferred my wish list from Amazon. So. Oh my god, I'm hearing echo. That's not good. No, wait, no echo. Okay, I'm good. Anyway. Chapter 17. The Chosen One. Chapter 17. The Chosen One. At any stage in the relationship, it's important to let a woman know why you're dating her. Let her know why you chose her. We want to feel as though you're dating us for a reason, not just because we happen to be there. We want to know that we want to know that we are special to you in some way, and that if we keep doing what we're doing, you'll keep choosing us. Because if you can be interested in anyone who's reasonably cute, for example, we know we can be easily replaced and won't feel secure. And when we don't feel special or secure, we get annoying and jealous. Honestly, I can't think of any woman that I know that I don't feel special. So, wolf girls and fox girls are especially special. That just sounds redundant. Because, I talked to a couple of vixens and they're awesome. But anyway, so we need to hear the words. In the beginning, it can be as simple as, "We feel good." Oh, I feel good when I'm around you. You're very easy to talk to. I love how much we laugh when we're together. Then, once you get to know us better, maybe, you're very supportive and you make me feel good about myself. I know I can always count on you. I'm inspired by how much you've accomplished. Or, I'm happy when I'm with you. Honestly, people, if you're not telling them that, why are you even with them? It says, and whenever appropriate, add on any of the above, and I've never had that before. Ah, the I've never had that before. This one line makes us instantly feel valued and special. Use it well. Of course, you should only say it if it is true. Without hearing why you chose to be with us, we'll feel like you date anyone. We'll think you don't have any standards or anything in particular you're looking for, and that you're just looking for a warm body in your bed. Holy fuck, I do have an echo. Am I talking loud enough that I'm picking myself up on the headphones? I am. Cool. Oh. You know, I seriously fucking hate guys who just want a warm body in their bed. Admittedly, having a nice warm body in the bed is a perk, but if that's all you want, get a fucking pet. You don't need a woman. Ah, damn. That's a good one. It's already gotten to be that point of the night where I'm seeing like commercials for lawyers and insurance on TV. Anyway, I would love to have a commitment again, but I'd be happy with a companion that I love and can care for, and warm bed would be nice, but it's not required. And honestly, most of the people I shared a bed with were colder than me, so that kind of defeats the purpose of a warm body in the bed. Anyway, continuing. I should not do these things while drinking. Doug and the Vacation House. Doug and Rosa met at the vacation house they shared with a large group one summer. By the end of the first week, they had spent quite a bit of time together, and Doug went in for the first kiss. They enjoyed another few weeks of each other's company until Rosa found out that a couple of days before he made a pass at her, he made a pass at another woman in the house who wasn't interested in him. At first, Rosa felt that like his second choice, but got over it after realizing that he met the other woman first. When Rosa couldn't get over, however, was that how different this other woman was from her. Doug and Rosa were both in their 30s, both accomplished and successful in their careers. Both had traveled lots with life experience. The other woman was 10 years younger, a normal young 20-something, just starting out. Rosa couldn't figure out how he could be attracted to both of them, as they were quite different. He can't possibly value all that I have to offer if he could just as easily dated her. He can't possibly be interested in something real with me. It was a summer house, after all, but Rosa was thinking much more than Doug ever had. Doug was in fact interested in something real with Rosa, and soon realized that he needed to tell her that he found what he found special in her. A smart man, he also gave Rosa reasons he was happier with her than he would have been with a young 20-something. Next season on The Real World. Seriously, this sounds like a fucking made for TV bullshit story. Okay. We need to hear what it is that you like about us and what makes us different from other women to you. If you can't articulate anything that makes us special to you, then it feels like we're just the flavor of the month. We want to know that we're the one you chose, and if we keep doing what we're doing, you'll keep choosing us. Turn down the volume so I'm not getting so much echo. Volume to my headset anyway. As if my headset's not picking it up, it's not repeating it, and therefore no echo. Oh my god, Mickey Rooney's on the Carol Burnett show. Okay, continuing. Chapter 18. I'm sorry. Somewhere along the way, someone told you how important it is to say I'm sorry to a woman when you've done something wrong. I disagree. Because if you slept through our brunch plans, what is an I'm sorry going to do? It's going to make you feel better, not us. Instead of saying you're sorry, you need to fix it. Whatever you did for which you're now sorry, you need to not do again, and you need to make up for it by making us feel better. You know, a lot of the stuff that's coming in this book is like the same answers I give on my tell on them. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tell on them. Let me post a link in chat. Maybe someone will figure it out. Oh, yeah. I've got one waiting on me. Okay, I need to answer that. This is my Telegram link. Not that anyone will ever see it. Okay, continuing. So when you do something pretty worthy of an apology, think about the underlying issue. Why is she upset? Did you make her feel not special? Did you make her feel not cared for? Did you make her feel insecure? And to take action to repair what you broke. Besides not doing it again, there's usually something extra you can do to show us that you're changing your ways. Make an effort to do this. It will save your relationship. Some examples to follow, but first, make an effort to do this. It will save your relationship. A note to the ladies. But first, a note to the ladies. If he's doing anything of the following in the very beginning of your relationship, it's probably not that he's probably not interested in you and just wants to sleep with you. Sorry. But if he does one of these things after you've been dating for a few months or longer, it's probably a legitimate mistake. And in that case, once he makes proper amends, let it go. And in that case, once he makes proper amends, let it go. Do a Chief Bobo impersonation. Let it go. Do a Chief Bobo impersonation. Let it go. Some examples and how to make amends. Some examples and how to make amends. So, why you're sorry? You slept through brunch plans. Why she's upset? She feels as though you don't care if you see her. She doesn't feel cared for or special. How to make amends? Make sure it doesn't happen again. Set your alarm clock. Set your phone's alarm. And keep your phone's ringer on so you'll hear her call in the morning. Make plans with her a priority. Cancel some other plans to make up for the date you missed. Make plans with her a priority. Cancel some other plans to make up for the date you missed. I tend to sleep with my phone on Do Not Disturb because, considering the internet, I get messages like 24/7, so I never know when I'm going to get a message, and I don't really want to be woken up because someone's responding to something. When I'm going to get a message, and I don't really want to be woken up because someone's responding to something. Anyway, scenario 2. Why you're sorry. You showed up late to a date. Why she's upset? She feels as though you don't value her time, and therefore don't value her. She doesn't feel cared for or special. How to make amends? Don't show up late again. Call on your way to let her know where you are, so she won't worry that you'll be late again. Call on your way to let her know where you are, so she won't worry that you'll be late again. Scenario 3. Why you're sorry. You paid inappropriate attention to another woman. Even if you don't realize that you did it. Why she's upset. She's looking for security, and you've just threatened that. She's not sure you still want to be with her. She doesn't feel special. She feels disrespected by you and not cared for. How to make amends? Don't do this again. And pay your woman extra attention so she knows you want her. Be sure to show concern for her feelings in general. Do some nice things for her so she feels cared for and special. Scenario 4. Why you're sorry. You didn't call her when you said you would. Why she's upset? She's not sure you're still interested in her. She wonders if you can keep other, more important commitments. She doesn't feel special or cared for. How to make amends? If you can't always call when you'd like, because of unexpected things at work, for example, let her know. And the next time, give her your backup plan. I'll call you Tuesday night or Wednesday afternoon. Do some nice things to let her know that you are thinking about her. Scenario 5. Why you're sorry. You canceled a date so that you could go out with your friends. Jackass. Why she's upset. She's not sure you're still interested in her. She doesn't feel special or cared for. How to make amends. Only cancel a date to hang out with your friends when the plans with your friends are significant, like someone's big birthday or bachelor party, when there's a big game to watch, or when someone is in town only for the weekend. And explain to her why going is so important to you. She shouldn't be upset in this case. Let me repeat that. She shouldn't be upset in this case. She shouldn't be upset in this case.
Last time, what scenarios are? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5.
Scenario 6. Why you're sorry. You ran into your ex while together and didn't introduce her.
Oh, damn. That's
Why
a
you're sorry.
jerk
You
move.
ran into your ex while together and didn't introduce her. Oh, damn. That's a Why she's upset. She doesn't feel significant at all. She doesn't feel special. Why she's upset. She doesn't feel significant at all. She doesn't feel special. How to make amends. Introduce her to some friends she hasn't met, or bring her to a work party. Make it clear that she is special enough to be introduced to people in your world. If you run into your ex again, be sure to introduce her. If you run into your ex again, be sure to introduce her.
Introducing to the ex is always a dangerous prospect, honestly.
Then they get to be friends occasionally, then you get to start swapping stories, and then you have to deal with them knowing everything. Not that that won't happen anyway, but hey, it's better if you introduce each other instead of them finding each other on their own. The bottom line here is this: you are in a relationship by choice. Whether you started dating her or have been together a long time, you are choosing to be in the relationship. And with that, you have to treat her right. You have to give her what she needs in a relationship. If you mess up, because hey, nobody's perfect, then you have to make it right. You can make your amends. Another note to the ladies. Of course, we'll need to make amends at times too. It never hurts to say the words, I'm sorry, but be sure to do whatever you can to make him feel better, and be sure not to make the same mistake again.
Especially that introducing to old boyfriends thing. As we will literally compare ourselves to everyone you've ever slept with. Or giving blowjobs to. 37! Okay, sorry. Wine.
37!
Damn. Anyway, Chapter 19. Everyone makes mistakes. This is true. Nobody is perfect, and everyone makes mistakes. But let's get something clear right now. Sleeping through brunch plans is a mistake. Sleeping with another woman is a conscious choice.
Sleeping through brunch plans is a mistake. Sleeping with another woman is a conscious choice.
Yeah. Mistakes are what we make when we're not thinking clearly about what we're involved in. You had a tough day. You went out for a drink with your buddies, and you forgot to set your alarm the next morning. It happens. Or maybe you ran into an ex unexpectedly and fell into the old habit of flirting with her in the moment. But you quickly realized it was inappropriate and changed your ways. That would count as a mistake. Once the surprise of running into her wore off and you were thinking clearly and chose not to flirt with her, making mistakes is expected and understandable in relationships. Making conscious choices that disregard your partner's feelings is not. Let's compare. An acceptable mistake: danced a little too hot and heavy with that one girl at that one club for that one song at that one night. The conscious choice, which is unacceptable, is consistently going out and dancing up on other women, knowing you wouldn't appreciate it if we did the same with other guys. An acceptable mistake: Send a few flirty texts to one other woman that one night you were off feeling down on yourself. Send a few flirty texts to one other woman that one night you were off feeling down on yourself. The unacceptable conscious choice. Consistently sending flirty texts to the same other woman or regularly sending them to a variety of women. Consistently sending flirty texts to the same other woman or regularly sending them to a variety of women. Acceptable mistake. Met someone at the bar and took her number, and then later deleted it knowing you'd never call. Acceptable mistake. Met someone at the bar and took her number, and then later deleted it knowing you'd never call. An unacceptable conscious choice. Met someone at the bar and took her number, texted her that night and made plans to get together, or worse. Met someone at the bar and went home with them. Texted her that night and made plans to get together, or worse. Met someone at the bar and went home with them. Yeah, that's just being dumbass. Acceptable mistake. Making plans with a female friend and calling it a date. Acceptable mistake. Making plans with a female friend and calling it a date. Wow, that's the only kind of date I've ever had. Sorry, kidding. Sorry. Unacceptable. Conscious choices. Making plans with a female friend, acting like it's a date by touching her, trying to kiss her, etc. Making plans with a female friend, acting like it's a date by touching her, trying to kiss her, etc. Making plans with a female friend, acting like it's a date by touching her, trying to kiss her, etc. Okay. Defending cheating or any other conscious choices listed with everybody makes mistakes is like saying, "Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I thought I was naked in your bed." Or, "I thought I was sending sexy texts to your phone for the past 2 months." In reality, it was probably more like, "She's hot. I know she's not my girlfriend, but I don't really care." And that is a choice. At the moment, in the moments to follow, you chose to disregard the feelings of your partner. This is contradictory to the whole concept of being in a relationship. If you can't or don't want to be aware of your partner's feelings and act accordingly, you shouldn't be in a relationship. No fucking shit. Anyway. But if the thought of losing your partner over this makes you think twice and realize you should have chosen differently, you'd probably need to work some to rebuild what you broke. The next chapter, Trust, will help you do just that. Now, if you've made a mistake and you're sure it won't happen again, it's probably best not to tell her. No, tell her anyway. She'll find out. You don't want to put things in her head that she doesn't need to have in her head. If your relationship is healthy and trusting, she should understand if you ever found out. However, if you have previously broken her trust, see the next chapter, then you should tell her. I can't end this chapter without mentioning, however, that if the list of conscious choices looks a little too familiar to you, there are probably some issues that need to be worked out. Relationships are about giving, and if you're more concerned with the attention or care that you're getting, you're probably not ready for a relationship. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Chapter 20. Trust. Chapter 20. Trust. New chapter, have to drink again. New chapter, have to drink again. Okay. Remember that we are looking for security. We want to know that if we keep doing what we're doing, you'll be sticking around. Security and trust are hugely related. If any of the things you tell us are not true, we have no reason to believe you when you talk about being happy in a relationship, being exclusive, etc. If you are someone who sometimes lies, you know where your line is. You know when you feel it's okay to tell a lie, and you feel when you must be truthful. But we will never know where that line is for you, and we will never know what to expect from you. Not knowing what to expect from you is the opposite of security. And remember, when we don't get what we need from you, we get annoying and jealous and perhaps even crazy. Or we just leave. So if you want to have a happy, successful relationship with us, we need to know we can trust you. And to see if we can, we'll be looking for different things as the relationship progresses. If we just started dating, we need to see that you keep your word. Call when you say you're going to call. Show up where you say you're going to show up. If you're invited to somewhere, take us there. If you're offered to lend us something, follow through and lend it to us. Consistency between your words and your actions makes us feel secure. If we need to see that your actions are consistent, if we've been calling twice a week in the evening for 2 months we've been dating, and then you stop, we're going to wonder why. We'll no longer feel as though we know what to expect from you, and no longer feel that security. If, for example, Okay. If, for example, you're going to work, if you're working late one week and can't call, simply let us know. Addressing the issue lets us know that you recognize the value of being consistent. If we just started being exclusive, or you would like to be exclusive, now is when the foundation of trust is built for the relationship. This is when we start to become closer emotionally. Ooh. We need to see that you tell the truth. As mentioned above, if you're the type of person who lies, we'll never know what to expect from you. We'll never know where the line for you is between speaking the truth and lying. We won't be able to believe the things that you say about anything. We'll wonder if we're exclusive or not. If you really were too tired to go out. If you really had plans with your buddies last night. Or if you were just on the phone with your mom. It's very important at this point in the relationship to tell the truth about everything. We need to see that you're open about your life and aren't hiding anything. We need to know how much money you make or why. Oh, wait. We don't need to know how much money you make or why your parents got divorced. But we'd like to know you're open to sharing with us on what's going on with your life. Instead of saying, I have plans with a friend tonight, say what the plans are and with whom. I'm having dinner with my friend Joe or Jen from work. There's a new Thai place we want to try. Just hearing that you have plans makes us think you don't want us to know what you're up to. And if it makes us uncomfortable to be open with us, perhaps you're not ready to take the relationship to the next level. Okay, wine does not make me read badly. I just read badly without wine. So. I finished my mug. I need to refill it. But I will wait until the beginning of the next chapter for that. We need to see that your actions and words are consistent. Now it's more than calling when you say you'll call. If you tell us, I'd love for my parents to meet you, but then don't invite us the next 3 times you have dinner with them, that's inconsistent. We'll wonder if you are telling the truth about wanting them to meet us. We'll wonder if you changed your mind about it, and the wondering is the problem. If we don't know what to expect, we're not feeling secure. And now that we're starting to build something, it is more important than ever for us to feel like we're starting to know you and to know what we can expect from you. If there is a reason you don't invite us one particular time, just be sure to address the issue. Let us know why. This shows that you would still like for your parents to meet us. Just shows consistency. We still need to see that your actions are consistent. Earlier in the relationship, seeing that your actions were consistent was about calling you consistently and seeing us consistently. But now that emotions are beginning to get involved, it is even more important that we see consistency in your actions. For example, if you've made a habit of sleeping at our place after our Saturday night dates, then suddenly you want to sleep alone in your own bed, that's inconsistent. Unless you have a legitimate reason. We're going to wonder why, and we'll probably feel insecure unless you mention why. See, I just predicted the next line. Why am I reading this book? I know all this shit already. Of course, knowing and practicing are two different things. We need to see that you start to look out for us. This is a big one. And we're starting to build a relationship, but we're looking to see now that we can trust you, that you care about us. We want to see that you have our best interests at heart. It's more than doing nice things for us. It's about looking out for things that are important to us. If we're sick, offer to run a couple of errands for us. If we have a problem at work, ask us about it. If you invite us to a concert of a band we don't know, download some songs for us so we can better enjoy the show. If you know we've had a tough week, consider rescheduling our double date with your friend and just plan a DVD night for the weekend. If you know we love our Saturday morning yoga class, try planning our late date nights on Saturdays rather than Fridays. That's a fucking tongue twister. Late date nights. Okay. Rebuilding trust after it has been broken. If you have made any of the conscious choices in the last chapter, or anything else that could have broken our trust in you, you'll undoubtedly need to do some work to rebuild what you broke. But even if all you ever did was lie about where you went last night, we'll still wonder if you ever cheated. Again, we don't know where the line is for you when you're lying or breaking your word. We don't know what we can believe and what we can trust. And just as one thing you tell us about your ex will remain in our heads for eternity, so will the one or two or three things you did to break our trust. We will consistently wonder whom you are texting, if you really were working late, really out with the boys, or really stuck in traffic. The best thing you can do to earn back the trust is to be very open about everything you're doing. Sounds like my damn parents. If you broke her trust in a serious way, like cheating, she does not have to trust you again simply because you say you're sorry. She'd be a fool to do so. If you are truly worthy of her trust, you'll need to understand that it will only be built back by showing us things are different. Example, by proving that you aren't having private contacts with another woman. This means you'll have to be comfortable checking email in front of her, letting her use your phone, and leaving her in your apartment while you run out for coffee. She needs to consistently see that you have nothing to hide. Remember that we are looking for security. The sooner we can trust you, the sooner we'll feel secure, and the happier our relationship will be. A note to the ladies. If he does leave you at his place while he runs out for coffee, you should not take it as an invitation to snoop. Snooping will always lead to misunderstandings and can easily ruin a relationship. Yeah? Also, unless you have a reason to believe otherwise, you have to take him at his word. You have to believe what he says. He is not your lying ex. Give him the chance to show you what kind of guy he is.
Give him the chance to show you what kind of guy he is.
I haven't even made it an hour yet. I'm already on chapter 21. I guess I'll keep going. I'm doing these at least for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, so. Chapter 21. Fight for her. For her.
Chapter 21. Fight for her.
Give me a moment. Damn. Still left in the bottle. ASMR wine pouring. Thank you. Okay. Told you I drink during these things.
Okay. Told you I drink during these things.
I'm gonna have to wash out my cup once I'm standing it. Ruined my perfectly good coffee stain. Okay. Chapter 21. Fight for her. We know that when we tell you to go away, to stop calling, and to leave us alone, that you will think we really mean it.
We know that when we tell you to go away,
that's only partly true. What you need to understand is that if we say those things after being hurt by you in some way, that we actually want what we actually want is for you to stop doing that which hurt us and stick around. I guess that's my big failure. I'm told to leave someone alone, I'll leave them alone. It's like, okay, well, cool. You told me to. We want you to fight for us. Fight for the relationship. Realize that the relationship is too valuable to let slip away because of a mistake you made. What? Mistake I made? I'm the one who actually can legitimately say in a conversation, "Don't you know I love you, you bitch." Don't you know I love you, you bitch? I'm never going to let that line die because it was just too perfect when I said it. I'm never going to let that line die because it was just too perfect. Even if I'm no longer together with that woman. But, you know, she's still cool. And, you know, I do still love her, but, you know, she's happy. Back to being miserable. Oh, same way. Okay. Realize that we are too valuable to lose. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Realize that we are too valuable to lose. When we tell you to stop calling us, we want you to say, "I don't want to lose you. I will change." When we tell you to stop calling us, we want you to say, "I don't want to lose you. I will change." We realize that you may not care enough to say those words and follow through, but just putting it out there, when a woman tells you to go away with tears in her eyes, what she's really saying is, "You're going to continue to be a jerk. Please don't ever call me again." But what she actually wants for you to do is stop being a jerk. But what she actually wants for you to do is stop being a jerk. So if any women listen to this, I do have to remind you that the book was written by a woman, Rebecca Marquis. And at this point, it might as well be Rebecca Marquis de Sade. But although this book is written from a woman's perspective, I'm going to have to see if there's like a male equivalent to this book just so I can read it for women, honestly. But this is the book on how to be a good boyfriend, so I'll continue. This is a woman's opinion of how to be a good boyfriend, so. Rob's Drunken Display, Part 1. Ooh, it's a series. Rob's Drunken Display, Part 1. Ooh, it's a series. Rob and Laura were juniors at the same college and had been seeing each other for a couple of months. They hadn't talked about being exclusive, but neither was dating anyone else. One Friday night, they had plans with their friends, but ended up at the same club. Rob and Laura talked briefly at the club, and each went off to be with his or her friends. Later that evening, Laura saw Rob on the dance floor with all over another woman, touching her, kissing her. It was quite a drunken display. Through mutual friends, Laura was sure he didn't go home with the other woman that he was kissing on, and that the kissing was the extent of it. Still, it made her feel anything but special. The next day, Rob stopped by Laura's as if nothing had happened. When she realized he wasn't apologizing, tears slowly began to fall, and she asked him to leave. He asked why, and he was surprised that she cared enough to be upset about him kissing another woman. He respected her wishes and left. A few weeks went by, and Laura hadn't heard from Rob. He wasn't fighting for her, and it was over. But she wasn't happy, and neither was he. She wanted him to care enough to make things right with her. Okay, so they've been seeing each other for a couple of months. Neither one had said anything about it being exclusive, and they weren't dating anyone else. Did she? It's okay. So I know there's a reason this has to be a part one, but honestly, if Rob didn't think of them as being exclusive, uh, I mean, they weren't even out with a date with each other. They went out with friends. She saw him with someone else. It's like, what the hell, Laura? He kissed her on the dance floor, didn't do anything else. And then he wants to hang out the next day, and she just cries and tells him to fuck off, basically. How else is he supposed to take that? I mean, fuck. Relationships are annoying. If you're not officially dating or exclusive or anything, just because you're not seeing anyone else, question is, how does she know he wasn't seeing anyone else? Oh well. Continuing, because of course it's going to a different scenario anyway. So Brad's new job. Brad and Tori were close friends in college, but never dated. A couple of years after graduation, while living on opposite coasts, Brad was talking about taking a job near Tori. For a couple of months, he was talking about the opportunities he'd have there, and he looked forward to her being a part of his life again. Both Brad and Tori were hoping the relationship would be more than friendship. When Brad took a temporary job in another city, nowhere near Tori, he didn't know how to tell her and avoided the issue for a while. They continued to talk and often very close. When he finally broke the news, Tori was devastated. And she didn't think it was healthy for her to continue to grow close to him, waiting for him. What would happen when his job was up? Would he choose another job far from her? Was this the way of showing he wasn't interested in her, interested in a future with her? She told him not to call her anymore, and he didn't. As his temporary position was coming to an end, she reached out to him. She was upset that she hadn't heard from him, and his response was, "You said not to call you." He was hurt by her decision, but respected it. They were in touch for a little while longer, but the relationship never went anywhere. She wished he had fought for her. If she wanted to continue to grow close to her and plan the future, he should have fought for her, but he didn't. Because women are fucking confusing. Because women are fucking confusing. If a woman tells me to go away, I go away. This whole thing for the past decade has been no means no. If we're not interested, leave us alone. And this book is saying you actually want us to try this shit? If we're not interested, leave us alone. And this book is saying you actually want us to try this shit? If you're not interested, let us know. If you're still interested in, why the hell can't you fight to keep us too? If you're still interested in, and for fuck's sake. Why the hell can't you fight to keep us too? And for fuck's sake. Hating this book. Hating this book. Okay, my cat is distracted by a noise in the hallway. To which I say, piss off, ghost! Okay. I shouldn't drink when doing this. Piss off, ghost! Okay. In both of the examples above, the guy did something to threaten the security of the relationship. In both of the examples above, the guy did something to threaten the security of the relationship. For fuck's sake, Rob didn't know he was in a relationship. Give him a fucking break. Anyway. For fuck's sake, Rob didn't know he was in a relationship. He did something to put distance between them. As a mature, sane woman, she accepted the change and let go. No, she didn't. She told him to fuck off. So if he wants to still be together, he needs to fight for the relationship. He needs to find a way to bring that security back. If Rob wanted to continue to date Laura, he could have talked to her about the expectations and found common ground. Although Brad's career move brought him further from Tori, he could have proposed they make definite plans to visit each other, video chat regularly, or some other things to show that he was still invested in her. When you fight for us and fight for the relationship, it makes us feel special. It makes us feel cared for, and it makes us feel the relationship is valuable to you, which makes us feel secure. A note to the ladies. If he is the one putting distance between you, he should be the one fighting for the relationship. You shouldn't try to find ways to work things out. After telling him how you feel, you need to leave it to him to make the change. And unless he does, you need to just let him go. Why do guys have to do all the fucking fighting for relationships? Why do guys have to do all the fucking fighting for relationships? If you want to be with us, let us damn know. We're dense as fuck. Come on, people. If you want to be with us, let us damn know. We're dense as fuck. Come on, people. If you want to be with us, let us damn know. We're dense as fuck. Come on, people. Calmly more. Well, more calmly. Damn, I'm drinking too much. Almost finished the second bottle. Anyway. Ladies, guys, in between, both. I'm not sure I want to even try to make it another chapter. What was this chapter? I'm not sure I want to try. Okay, a couple of pages. That's not too bad. But really, if everyone in the relationship wants to make a fucking relationship work, everyone has to work on the damn relationship. If everyone in the relationship wants to make a fucking relationship work, I mean, I'm the last person in the world to really give relationship advice. I mean, I'm the last person in the world to really give relationship advice. Damn. But everything in this book really does go both ways. Everything in this book really does go both ways. Everything in this book really does go both ways. Okay. I don't have anyone at all listening to me, so I'll go ahead and do chapter 22 and be done for it with the night. Chapter 22 The Wait and See. Chapter 22 The Wait and Sometimes, after an apology, or in place of one, if the relationship is very new, we get the wait and see. You give us space and time to cool off before testing the waters again. If you come back around as if nothing has happened, to us, this is similar to the I'm sorry without making amends. Giving us time to cool off really just saves you from having to hear that we're upset. And unless amends are made, it changes nothing. And unless amends are made, it changes nothing. Rob's Drunken Display, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Rob's Drunken Display, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. When Laura realized that Rob wasn't coming back around to fight for the relationship, she had no choice but to get over it. Weeks went by, and the more she moved on with her life, the more Rob was getting ready to move back in. Because when Laura ended things with Rob after his drunken display, he just took it to mean that she needed space. From that day, he knew he'd be coming back. He just needed to wait for the right time. About 2 months after that night, he texted her, "Hey, how have you been?" Having always liked Rob, she was happy to hear from him and replied. Rob went on to say how he missed her and that he was sorry. But instead of fighting for her and making things right when he upset her 2 months ago, he just waited. He hoped she'd somehow forget what happened and want to see him again. Laura asked Rob how she would know that things would be different this time. Rob had no answer. He wasn't prepared to win her back. He wasn't prepared to change anything. He just wanted to be the same guy he was and to have her back. Laura missed him, and she was smart enough to realize that this wouldn't work for her. She was sure she'd end up crying again. Damn it, pork chop, I'm already on your damn stream. Honestly, I'm helping people get world fucking records, and they're just gonna blowing off my stream entirely. Honestly, I'm helping people get world fucking records, and they're just gonna blowing off my stream entirely. Damn it. Let me finish my fucking stream before I worry about hers, or I don't know, because frankly, I don't really talk to them. All I do is get messages. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Kevin and his emails, part 2. Kevin and his emails, part 2. I don't remember part 1. Where was part 1? That's like way early in this book. Where was part 1? That's like way early in this book. Where's Kevin and his emails? Good lord, Kevin and his emails is like, well, part 1 is all the way up in chapter 2. I don't remember what happened. Part 1 is all the way up in chapter 2. I don't remember what happened. Yada yada yada. Met on a dating site. Interesting peaks. A year after they saw a mutual friend online and were connected. Away from holidays. Road 7 trip. Okay. On the dating site, kind of fell through because of vacation plans. He tried to get a hold of her afterwards, just asking her and tried to put on a friend request through a mutual friend, and she clicked ignore. Okay. Continuity. And it needs it. Okay. Kevin and his emails, part 2. When Kevin tried to reconnect with Samantha the second time, he didn't write to say, "I'm sorry I lost touch," or any mention of what happened last time. He just tried to add her as an online friend, as if nothing had happened. Kevin tried the wait and see. Samantha, however, was done waiting to hear from him. They haven't been in touch since. Samantha, however, was done waiting to hear from him. They haven't been in touch since. We seriously waited 90 pages to find out what the fuck happened. We seriously waited 90 pages to find out what the fuck happened. Brett's Olympic trip, part 1. Oh, God, another two-parter. Linda and Brett had an on-again, off-again relationship. They liked each other a lot, but they couldn't seem to get things right. About 6 months after their last breakup, Brett was happy to hear from Linda again, and they agreed to meet for lunch. Before their date, Linda did a little online reconnaissance. She found some recently posted pictures of him with another woman whose name was noticeably Greek. Duh. Noticeably Greek. Wow. Linda figured this was a recent ex-girlfriend and didn't think much of it. At their lunch date, Brett told Linda he wanted to take things slowly with her, then mentioned in passing that he was going to the Olympics next month, in Athens, with a friend. It turns out that Brett was still dating the Greek woman, and going to Athens with her to enjoy the Olympics. They would be staying with her family there. Appalled at how Brett could want to start things up with her again with a trip like that planned, Linda left their date in tears. She gave him an ultimatum, and he chose Athens. Fast forward 6 months, and Brett tried to get Linda back. As they were talking things out, Brett actually said, "I thought I could go on the trip with her, and you'd still take me back, because you love me." To which Linda replied, "You must be out of your freaking mind." You must be out of your freaking mind. So yeah, let's hook up. But I'm gonna go on vacation with this chick I met, so we can stay at her family's house and watch the Olympics for free. But when I come back, we can still bang, right? But when I come back, we can still bang, right? Brett, you're a complete and total Brett. Brett, you're a complete and total Brett. From our side, the wait and see never seemed beneficial. If you wanted to make changes for the better, we would have heard from you sooner. If we let you back in after some time has passed, it seems like we'd be signaling ourselves to put up with being treated poorly again. As a self-respecting, independent woman, yeah, we think you must be out of your freaking mind to think we'd want that again. Because I love you does not mean you can treat me like crap. Which brings us to the next chapter, the L word. Okay, I'm not going to get into that one. Which brings us to the next chapter, the L word. We're finishing chapter 22. Chapter 23, the L word, is page 99 of. How many pages are there? The final words page is chapter 143. So this might give us a couple more nights worth of poem reading. Last chapter is 34, so we've got 11 chapters left. Oh. All I can really say is, for fuck's sake, all of this should be common goddamn knowledge. Fuck's sake. All of this should be common goddamn knowledge. And that's not even the alcohol talking. Okay, I might be talking a little. You a cat? Yeah, I love you, big furry beast. Big furry beast. This book makes me want to drink even more. Yeah, I know I'm being kind of crude right now. Yeah, I'm guzzling wine from a coffee mug. I'm not sipping it elegantly like good wines deserve, but it's spice wine and typically meant to be drunk out of a mug. Because you can't really serve mulled wine out of a. Damn, I can't type. Okay. I'm answering one of the tells on the totem. The tell that was sent to me. Ooh. Okay. But the tell I was sent was, what do you think of smoking? My reply is, generally, I'm against it. Sorry, Cubs, I'm not a smoker. I've been around smokers, my grandparents, my dad, all my life and have suffered multiple breathing issues because of secondhand. I really have. I've had chronic bronchitis since I was 10 and have considerable issues with sleep apnea because I apparently don't breathe very well. Well, I found out who actually voted for me to do the lessons. It was Matthew. That cute little beaten puppy from South America. So. Okay. Oh, he gets to find out that I know who voted now. Yay! Thank you. I thought I was just going insane. Relatively still insane, but okay. So since I'm kind of dragging my feet finding a new job, we'll probably try to stream again tomorrow night. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I may see if I can animate this picture. Because moving gel lines are easy enough. I was going to make the light flicker too, but I'll figure that out when I'm playing with it. But as far as that goes, thank you, Come, for doing the vote. And probably being the main person who does the telonyms, because I really don't know who's been doing that either. But for now, I'll probably hold on. Just switch back to the bar. I'm not doing more stuff like that. Okay, back to the talking picture. Let's see. I've run an hour and 18 minutes. That means at least 18. Well, not 18. An hour of it was actual lessons. The rest of it was probably just rambling, aimlessly, while drinking wine. Old wine is nice. It's not a strong wine, but the strength of an alcohol versus the speed in which it's drunk is two entirely different things. So, for now, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream for the night. I think. If I can get my shit together, I may play some video games later on. So. That would involve me getting my shit together. Anyway. Yeah, well. Gonna go ahead and sign off for now, Cubs. Have a good night. Sleep well. Take, for example, I'm not the best person to take relationship advice from, but I could probably do a site better than this book. Follow me on Twitch. I've only got 17 people following me right now. So, feel free to make a Twitch account and say, hey, I want to follow this wolf. He's kind of cool. And he plays video games and reads me bedtime stories. I may come back and read a bedtime story later. Yeah. Let's, I had the one vote. It's 11:20 p.m. No one showed up in chat, so don't know if people show up to watch me when I'm doing the stories or lessons or not, because if I interact with chat, that kind of disrupts the story or lessons or whatnot. I do have the stream window open, so I'm watching when I'm doing the stories, but I'm usually focused on reading the book. My cat is staring at me. He's going, "Why are you talking randomly to invisible people?" To which all I can say is, "Why do you stare down the hallway at invisible people?" Yeah, you're a big fluffy cat. Big old soft kitty buddy. Big old soft kitty buddy. Fluffy beast who keeps me from shooting myself. Oh well. I'll go ahead and kill the stream now, so I don't say anything else really stupid. I'll probably say something stupid as soon as I shut off the recording. No, I don't want to see you, virus program. Go away. Have a good night, Cubs. If I'm not back to read you a bedtime story, I'll probably be passed out in the snow somewhere. I don't know. Have a good night. Yeah. Later.